You're gonna be under arrest.
For what?
For not listening to me.
I think the emergency is the video, somebody's videotaping.
Okay. And the shirt says, I believe, balls deep. He says his name is Captain Awesome.
Guys, Rogue Nation here with you today, and we got a video coming to you from BZ Watchdog, and it's coming out of North Richland Hills, Texas. And he does a good job getting these tyrants schooled by their supervisor, who finally shows up. Definitely a lot of uneducated people in this video. Makes it kind of humorous. I guess you can call it a comedy news clip, because there's so much uneducated people in it. But check it out. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of you know, the IQ level of these folks here in this video, and run by BZ and let them know we said thanks for standing up for our rights and picking up the camera. Alright, guys, we'll see you guys again on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Okay, we don't want to be recorded, so is there...
Excuse me, sir, I need you to stop recording, because you can't be recording. You have to take that outside, sir.
I have to stop recording? What law says that?
Okay, I'm gonna call the police, okay? Sir, you have to take it out in the lobby. So if you're gonna record, you have to record outside. Are you a paying customer? That's the lobby. You're inside our retail.
Will you leave the lobby?
What's your name and title, ma'am?
What are you doing in here?
Customer. Do not. I asked you, do not.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, so they called all the armed men with guns to come get me today.
We want your identity so we know that we know.
Well, sir, you're not going to get my identification unless I've committed a crime. Sir,
They don't want you here. They don't want
sir, for what reason? I wasn't being disorderly.
It doesn't matter. They don't need a reason.
It is, sir.
Make it like ultimatums. Like, okay, if you do this, then
There's no if. I asked you if I don't leave. You said you will arrest me for trespassing, and I have not been issued a criminal trespass.
This is your criminal trespass.
Okay.
This is your warning.
And you guys really need to get educated in Texas, guys.
Okay.
No, but I got 4 people with guns sitting here with badges. You know what I mean? Under threat of arrest to leave.
Business that has to do with financial transactions and stuff. They feel insecure about it being filmed.
When did you guys become the feelings police instead of law enforcement? Okay. But you're here to enforce the law, correct, sir?
And part of that is being when people aren't wanted on places.
Because of their feelings.
It doesn't matter. Like he was explaining, there doesn't have to be a reason.
What do y'all do? Go to Tarrant County College for the academy? I'm not trying to insult you, but that's where everybody...
Well, that's how you want to... I mean,
I'm not trying to insult you.
You can have a civil conversation, or you can be the way you are.
I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just... All right, Sarge, what'd you come up with?
What's your name? I didn't get that when I first
I'll identify as good citizen for now.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'm Sergeant Bray if you didn't get that from my name.
I didn't get your badge number.
882.
Okay.
So here's the deal.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's BZ Watchdog here doing another post office audit. Doing a mass audit day today on Tuesday. I believe it's May 13th or May 14th. I'm currently over here at 6051 Davis Boulevard in North Richland Hills, Texas. I just left another location where they had a 2-star rating. I'm sorry, they had a 1.9 star rating, and some things happened there. I'm about to go in here where they have a 2.0 rating as well for pretty much the same complaints. So with that being said, let's get this party started. All right, so for those of you who are in North Richland Hills, the address right here. Service hours. All right. I got some smart lockers here.
Gotcha. Is there a different address that I can mail this to?
This is Poster 7. These are the rules and regulations that govern the post office. They're usually hung up on a bulletin board near the glass lobby doors. Photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or not and
auditoriums when used for public meetings, except where prohibited by official signs or security force personnel or authorized personnel or a federal court order for rule. Other photographs may be taken only with the permission of the local postmaster installation head. Really old poster 7. It's a really old one.
Gotcha. See if I can just do this.
What's the purpose of what?
Why are you in here just randomly recording?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm sure you heard me. Why are you in here just randomly recording? Is there a purpose?
There is a purpose.
Okay, we don't want to be recorded, so is there...
This is the mandatory stand-up talk memo that was issued to all employees by the Postal Inspection Service, which is the service that regulates enforcing the rules and regulations of the post office, investigating any crime against the employee, patron, or property. Long Island Audit has a unredacted memo here. I got a FOIA back and it was completely redacted.
Some people just want to be rude. That's what I'm like, I don't want to be rude. Some people enjoy irritating other people. Like, you literally just walk in the car with
Excuse me, sir, I need you to stop recording
Why would you need me to stop recording?
because you can't be recording. You have to take that outside, sir.
I have to stop recording. What law says that? First Amendment says Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the peoples peaceful to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of
Take
grievances.
that outside?
No,
Okay, I'm gonna call the police, okay?
really, you go ahead and call the police. But aren't you supposed to call the postal inspector first?
I'm supposed to do both. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure you follow protocols.
They did it at my last station. Yeah.
You do the same.
Isn't it kind of ironic that they tell me I can't film in the post office, but there must be at least 20 cameras just like this one watching her all day?
I have pictures in the car. Sir, you have to take it out in the lobby. So if you're gonna record, you have to record outside.
I'm in a lobby, ma'am.
Are you a paying customer? That's the lobby. You're inside our retail.
Okay.
So can you please go out?
I'm not gonna follow your asking permission. I'm gonna respectively decline.
Okay. Thank you.
It's at this point she goes and calls 911 for a non-emergency related issue. I've obtained the 911 call. Here is the audio from that call.
Address of your emergency?
Yes, I'm a supervisor at Northwestern Hills Post Office. I have a guy in here recording. Respectfully, I told him if he can go outside.
Which address?
And 6051 Davis Boulevard.
What is he recording?
Just recording the area. He's just standing in a corner. He's not a paying customer. He refuses to get out.
What does he look like?
Caucasian, one shirt, black pants, brown hair, hat, brown hat.
He said,
yes. Same day.
do you know what he arrived in?
Brown? No, I do not.
What is your name again?
Lakeisha, Lakesha.
And you asked him to leave and he won't?
Yes, ma'am.
And your last name, Lakeisha?
Washington.
I'm so sorry. Say it one more time.
Washington.
Washington. Thank you, Miss Washington. Okay. I have the call and we'll get him out there. Just don't have any further altercations with him. If anything escalates, call us back immediately on 911, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ma'am, can I ask of your name and your title since you asked me to leave?
Yeah. You okay? All right. Are you helping this customer? Okay. All right. Will you leave the lobby?
What's your name and title, ma'am?
Okay.
What's your name and title so I can FOIA all this information? So you're refusing to give me your info. Okay. So since you're asking me to leave, ma'am, are you not going to give me your name and title?
Michelle.
Oh, Michelle. Okay, great. Got your name.
Postal inspectors also.
I don't have their number. No.
Oh, I have it right here. Would you like to call them? I have it right here. On your stand-up memo, your mandatory talk. This is going to be a fraudulent use of a 911 call when we get done with this. Right here. Mandatory stand-up talk. I just want to make it clear, you also violate your poster 7 by making me leave.
Too much commotion.
The only commotion's the employees, ma'am.
Go to hell, mister.
This is my FOIA from the post office. This is an extra jurisdictional agreement. FOIA request. It shows that the local law enforcement in North Richland Hills have no jurisdiction. All right. So they called all the armed men with guns to come get me today. Well, they kept asking me while I was recording. I tried to give them a brief and generic reason for recording. And then when I tried to ask for their name and title, make sure you don't turn off your body cam, sir. That'd be conspiring under 18,242 and 241.
So what were you doing here? Were you
just filming? First Amendment, freedom of press. Their poster 7, which governs the rules and regulations on federal property, says I can. You guys don't have an extra jurisdictional agreement to actually contract unless I'm actually being very disorderly or violent. I've already done all my homework with FOIAs. And I told them to call the Postal Inspection Service before they called you guys out here.
You got a name?
I don't have a name because I've talked to several people over there. That's why I was able to FOIA this. And that's why, sir, there's a 1-800 number for you to call. All law enforcement or the Postal Service is supposed to call that number before calling you guys.
I need to call it.
Okay.
We want your identification, got a name so we know that we know.
Well, sir, you're not going to get my identification unless I've committed a crime. In the state of Texas, I have to be lawfully detained. I'm exercising a First Amendment right to film in public. I didn't cause a commotion. The only reason I'm here is investigating the conduct of the Postal Service. And sir,
Well, the business does not.
It's not a business, sir. It's a federal entity. And like I said, do me a favor. If you guys want to complete your investigation before you take action, do anything that would cause you to lose your qualified immunity here, I would expect you call that Postal Service and ask if I have permission to record on the property.
So the manager and her supervisor,
sir,
they don't want you here. They don't want
sir, for what reason? I wasn't being disorderly.
It doesn't matter. They don't need a reason. It doesn't matter. They don't need a reason.
It doesn't matter. They don't need a reason. It doesn't matter. They don't need a reason.
It does, sir. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Okay, do me a favor. Your body cam all right?
Of course.
Name and badge number.
Officer Penny, badge number 913.
Officer.
Garcia, badge number 947.
Officer.
Officer Cranford, ID number is 575.
Okay. Now, if I don't leave, you're going to arrest me, right?
Yes.
So under threat of arrest, you guys are saying that you will, not can, but you will arrest me if I don't leave right now.
What criminal trespass is?
Yeah, I have to be issued a criminal trespass warning, and it has to be a federal code on federal property, not state. Not state penal. Can I get a supervisor, please? Just call a supervisor.
He's right there.
And we're out of the lobby, so we've already accomplished what they wanted.
They don't want you here at all. They don't want you on the
I know, but I'm already out the property for whatever they're claiming.
Still their property.
Okay. Supervisor, I'm requesting supervisor at this point. And I already told you I leave under threat of arrest, but we're going to get a supervisor first.
Okay.
So I'm letting you know I'm complying with your orders, even though they're unlawful. It is, sir.
You're making like ultimatums, like, okay, if you do this, then I'll
There's no if. I asked you if I don't leave. You said you will arrest me for trespassing, and I have not been issued a criminal trespass.
This is your criminal trespass.
Okay.
This is your warning. This is your criminal trespass. This
Okay.
is your warning.
This is your criminal trespass.
Okay.
This is your warning. This is your criminal trespass. This is your warning.
Case law, Moore versus United States Post Office. I would say, man, you guys really need to get educated in Texas, guys.
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Okay. Texas or the United States?
All of it. You swore an oath to the United States Constitution and the Texas Constitution.
Texas, but now you're spouting off like.
Because you guys don't learn the United States Constitution. You only care about local codes. You guys aren't federally trained to even regulate federal property without a contract. Okay, I'll.
Okay, so you can come in here and they have no say on who comes and goes from their building.
Yes, sir.
Just because it's a federal place, that means anybody at any time can do anything they want here.
I didn't say that. I didn't say anything anytime. If you get disorderly, and they have the rules up there on the rule, they have a federal statute for disorderly.
Okay.
It's a federal statute,
Okay.
not Texas statute. I've not been abusive. I've not been loud. I've not been threatening. I only engaged when they asked me a question, just like you just asked me. And I wasn't even raising my voice this time. It's because you got.
They never said you did.
And I have it all on video. Hey, Sergeant. Sergeant, I need a reasonable officer because these three are going to lose their qualified immunity with the lawsuit that you guys will be hit with.
Oh my.
Under threat of arrest.
I understand.
All I need to do is call that postal inspector number like I asked your three guys to do and ask them if I have permission to film in the lobby. I never talked to anybody until I was engaged.
So what? So you were just you walked in and just started filming?
I can show you the video, sir. I haven't done anything wrong that would warrant a disorderly conduct or anything like that.
Yeah, no one's saying anything like that.
I haven't even conducted my business yet. But as my primary business under the First Amendment, freedom of press,
Yeah.
I have the right to film, and it says it right there on the rules and regulations, federal statutes, right there on the wall.
Yeah. I'm just trying to. So all you did, you walked in, you started filming, and then what happened?
They asked me why I was there to film. I said I'm here to record, and I just bottom line didn't really have any more words with them. She went running in the back and caused a disturbance with everybody in the back, and everybody started doing this and started getting all right. And
Okay, so you never said anything to them. They approached you.
that's correct, sir. And the only reason that a few customers got irate is because they stirred up the pot, and then at one point they even told one customer, stop, because they probably already know they screwed up. I just came from another post officer. This is the 10th one I've ever been at doing this. First time cops have ever been called on me.
Okay, so what is this exactly?
This is their memo internally because they don't educate their employees.
Who is there? You say,
Postal Service, sir.
Okay.
So
this
this
is just
right?
a photocopy.
No,
I'm
no,
just trying to
I
make sure
took it
I
because I
understand.
don't have my actual FOIA that I got from the post office.
Okay.
But this is their mandatory stand-up talk. This is the process and protocols they're supposed to do when engaged with a member of the press or anybody recording in a lobby. And they didn't want to, I asked the girl for her name. She didn't want to give it. She didn't want to give me her title. I was trying to have a consensual conversation to let her know and educate her. But instead, everybody wanted to call you guys.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sorry I'm amped up, but I got 4 people with guns sitting here with badges, you know what I mean? Under threat of arrest to leave. And under federal statute, you would have to hit me with a federal trespass code, not a Texas state penal code.
Yeah, that's not always accurate, but let me go talk to them.
And for officer safety reasons, I'm going to step out of your way, allow traffic to continue. Actually, I'm going to lean up against this bar behind you guys, if you don't mind. And if you guys have any more questions, I don't mind asking them. I always try to educate the postmaster, the installation head. They usually verify with the postal inspector or the chief postal inspector. They come out, tell me have a nice day, and that's it.
You said that. I've never seen it happen.
until it happens, sir. I know people threaten it all the time and they don't follow through with it, but I'm actually probably more well versed with the post office and doing this than probably anybody else.
Are you trying to prove something?
No, sir. I'm just exercising my First Amendment right. I mean, you took an oath to the Constitution, right?
According to Cranford's signed oath of office, it says that he will protect and preserve and defend the Constitution and laws.
You're supposed to protect my freedoms and uphold it, not violate them, right?
It's your job to protect it.
I'll,
It's my job not to violate.
Now, if I was on private property, absolutely, they don't even need a reason to trespass me. I understand that. Public building, unless I'm being disorderly.
Anybody can criminally trespass anybody at any time.
Yeah, they have to have a reason. That would basically saying that because I'm holding a camera, you discriminate me and not let me have access that everybody else has.
Their issue is people are conducting business that has to do with financial transactions and stuff. They feel insecure.
Business that has to do with financial transactions and stuff. They feel insecure and stuff. They feel insecure. They feel insecure.
About it being filmed.
When did you guys become the feelings police instead of law enforcement? You're not the feelings
I'm just telling
enforcement.
you the reason they call.
I understand that. But you're here to enforce the law, correct, sir?
And part of that is being when people aren't wanted on places.
Because of their feelings.
It doesn't matter. Like he was explaining, there doesn't have to be a reason.
It doesn't matter. Like he was explaining, there doesn't have to be a reason. It doesn't matter. Like he was explaining, there doesn't have to be a reason.
Whether you agree with it or not.
What do y'all do? Go to Tarrant County College for the academy?
That look is completely shameful. He is insulted. The fact that I called him out on his college education, didn't go to a real police academy.
I'm not trying to insult you, but that's where everybody...
Well, that's how you want to... I mean,
I'm not trying to insult you.
We can have a simple conversation, or you can be the way you are.
I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just saying every officer I run into with that knowledge goes to the same academy. It's just a statement. It's fact based on my encounters of talking to and watching videos and investigate, because I will be doing a public information request on all four of you. Trust me, at the end of the day, I'll have it all submitted.
It's all recorded.
And I'll have body cam and dash cam footage.
That's not a big deal. You gaining access to something you already have recorded is not like threatening.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I got your name and badge number.
It's all recorded.
Absolutely. It's a matter of public record.
I know, exactly.
You guys don't think that I don't do this for a living.
It's nothing to do with doing it for a living. You act like it's a big deal for us for you to obtain information that's public. It's not a big deal.
It's not even about that. It's about... Now, you were the one that went in and had the conversation with them, right?
I did.
Okay. And you didn't mute your mic or anything like that, right?
Why would I mute my mic?
Because that's conspiracy. I've seen it happen. Like I said, I will under threat of arrest, but let the sergeant do his thing. Let him call the postal inspection. Let him know that you guys want to see the video that I didn't even initiate a conversation at all.
They didn't say you were doing any of that stuff. Like I said, they just...
So because I have access to the public like everyone else does as a member of the media and the press, that I can't go in and simply I'm being singled out because I'm holding a recording, which...
Well, most people don't do that.
Which Poster said, I mean, but anybody can go. You can go film your transaction if you want, though.
I'm well aware.
So they're
if they allow me to, if they told me they're not going to complete my transaction because I'm filming, then I can't. No one can force them to do it, right?
Actually, that's correct. That's incorrect, sir. Based on the rules and regulations. All right, Sarge, what'd you come up with?
What's your name? I didn't get that when I first.
I'll identify as good citizen for now.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'm Sergeant Bray. If you didn't get that from my name,
I didn't get your badge number.
882.
Okay.
So here's the deal. They're fine with you recording.
Okay.
They said you're allowed to record inside. The one thing that they're requesting is that you just don't go past those doors where people are doing financial stuff. That's their only request.
Did you call the postal inspector, sir?
I have not called the postal
Okay,
inspector.
if you do, but in all foyers, lobbies, hallways, and corridors, which that is a lobby.
Yeah.
Okay, the postal inspector will tell you on the phone. The only thing I can't do is zoom in on that credit card machine
and
that letter. And I didn't. I stood in an area where I couldn't see it, but there was a sign in front. I was just doing the lobby. The reason is there's been a lot of complaints about the employees here. It's the only reason I came here, and I just was observing the employees interact with the customers. And like I said, when they engaged me, I was just short to the point. No reason to go back and forth. I'm not here to cause a verbal disturbance. I'm just here to get my content, my footage, observe them, and if there's any complaints I got to put in, then I'll go back and do that with the Postal Service.
Yeah, and so I did explain that to him. I said that it is not illegal to record people. Whether it makes people uncomfortable or not, it's not illegal. I did explain that to him. Their only request is that you stay on this side of the doors. Legality aside, that's just a request. I'm trying to find some common ground.
No,
you're a reasonable guy. They're not as well versed in this stuff.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So is it unreasonable to ask that of you?
You can ask that, but sir, all I'm asking you is to get verification from the people that actually do law.
Would you like me to call them?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. Just so your reference, and then that way, when they're wrong, you can go ahead and educate them.
Well, and like I said, I just told them that it's legal for you to record.
Right here, all you got to do is call that. That's the 1-800 number for the Postal Service and for law enforcement to call.
Okay.
The 1877
Just so I'm clear, because this is dated 2022. I'm not saying that anything's changed.
That's their memo. That's their memo inside the Postal Service.
This was sent to you, and you just took a copy of it?
I did a FOIA. I don't have my original document in case something happens. I have this picture copy that I printed out.
Okay.
The handwritten stuff is on another memo that I physically saw that was unredacted.
Okay.
And all I did was copy it over to that one right there.
Okay, so this is something that you got.
Yes, sir. If you talk to the postal inspector,
and who wrote all this stuff on there?
I hand wrote that on that copy there.
Okay.
There's protocols that they redacted on the form that I got.
Okay, so you would like me to call this?
Yes, sir. I just want you to complete the investigation. I'm not here to cause an issue, but these officers don't know for future next time this happens somewhere else in North Richland Hills. I want to make sure they're educated so we don't have to go through this big catastrophe.
I think the gray area, the confusion, is in that they don't want to.
I still haven't even bought my stamp yet.
Yeah, they don't. They're not wanting. All they're asking is that you don't go past those doors because they said that it looked like you were trying to zoom in on stuff.
No, sir, and I can show you that. I never zoomed in on any of that.
Well, and whether you did or not, I'm just saying I think that's kind of where everything happened, where all the confusion started.
But I talked to the chief postal. I can't remember his name because it was 2 months ago.
Bypass all this.
Okay, absolutely.
We have direct contact.
Nah, just save you time from running them all them plates. Mine's a rental, so you're not going to pull it back to me. I make sure I secure my persons under the 4th Amendment. So I know, I understand. You got to do your thing. I understand. I'm just letting you know. I already secure my persons, papers, property, and effects. That's all I'm doing. From unlawful searches and seizures. I served in the military, guys. I took an oath to that Constitution. I was hoping you guys would uphold yours. That's why I wanted the sergeant involved. Damn! Sometimes you guys aren't well versed in stuff like this because it probably rarely happens out here in North Richland Hills.
As soon as I get the number.
That's fine. I got all day to wait. I know you guys don't, but I know you're here on the call until it's completed. You can't go anywhere. I just want to make sure everyone's educated, so like I said, because a lot of these post offices I go to, they don't educate their own employees.
Yeah.
And I was just at another location in Haltom City. Even the installation head, who's above the postmaster, didn't even know. Like I said, I talked to the chief postal here for DFW, and I made sure I asked all these questions, got all this clarity before I stepped foot in a post office. I'm not coming in half cocked like a cowboy.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Well, like I said, I think some of the confusion starts when people assume that their uncomfort equals
Their feelings, but that's not a law.
Yeah, no, I agree. I explained that to them. That just because customers are uncomfortable doesn't make it illegal. But our goal, obviously, is to keep the peace.
Absolutely.
Right? So all I'm trying to do is find some common ground. Their only request was that you don't go past those doors. And then, like I said, as a courtesy, I'll call.
Now, while we're okay, I was going to say while we're waiting, but you're on the phone.
Yeah,
so.
I'm calling him right.
federal rules. It's not a code. It's not a local code. It's a rule and regulation of federal property. How long y'all been on the department? Or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that question. How long y'all been peace officers?
What's that?
How long have y'all been peace officers?
Over 10 years. About 5 years.
I didn't want to insult you with the wisdom and experience you look like you might have, sir.
Look at this smug jackwagon. He was causing a scene like a Karen inside. Now he's got a shirt that says freedom is not free with that smug ass look on his face.
That was one of the people that threw a fit in there.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
And then they had to calm him down.
Okay. So yeah, just like I said, I verified.
So they're trying to say I can't go in that lobby recording either?
No. I just said that's their request. They have requested that you don't go past those doors. I explained to them there's nothing illegal about it.
As long as I don't zoom in on mail, and as long as I don't zoom on a credit card machine to try to capture, which would be illegal, federal, and possibly state.
Yeah.
But can I educate you on one real quick thing on their rules inside this lobby right here? Not right here on the poster 7, which is, and it's also outdated, which means they need to come up with.
Yeah, I need to
It's-
as far as all that, I know that we don't have any say
Yes, sir.
in any of that, right?
Yes, sir. Okay.
What would you like to show me?
As soon as the gentleman's done, I want to make sure. So this is rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property. If you look right here, sir, obviously they have a federal code for disturbances, which would be our version of disorderly conduct in Texas. Where is public assembly, which is not it. It is photographs for news, advertising, commercial purposes. Okay. Are you okay with me taking this down so you can read this?
No, don't take anything down.
Do you want to step?
I see, yeah.
Says in all hallways, corridors, foyers, and lobbies, which...
Yeah, no, and that's what I said. They're not saying you can, they're asking that you don't.
Okay, so I can go back in there.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to do is, like I said, I'm trying to find some common ground.
All I want to do at this point, Sergeant Bray, in all honesty, if you want to find the common ground and just, get me out of here so you guys can move on about your day, and I'll be more than happy to. I won't really call this a walk of shame for my video because I think you were very reasonable.
Yeah.
And I asked to get you involved to educate these officers. Is to go in here, educate, let me purchase my stamp so that way I can get my survey.
Okay. So and you just want to go and purchase a stamp? Can I walk in there?
Can you also educate them that I'm allowed to be in that lobby recording?
I already told them that.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
So that's all. Come on, stamp the envelope, please.
$0.88. $7. 12 cents is your change.
Thank you. Is your name on there so I can do the survey?
Have a good one, sir. You ready, man?
So you see that. So it wasn't me. All right, Sergeant Bray. So I just want to thank you for, at least being a reasonable peace officer. You may want to just educate the troops a little bit. Are you the patrol sergeant for all 3 of those guys?
Yes, I'm the A shift, one of the A shift patrol sergeants.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all I need.
Well, I appreciate you. Talking to me, and
I'm just trying to stand up for my First Amendment rights, sir.
I totally get it.
And
you're not the first, you won't be the last. So
well, and I'm a little bit more reasonable than most. I'm not going to sit here.
I'll probably agree with that for sure. It's like I explained to him already, you're well within your rights.
And so now I have something to file a complaint with the Office of the Inspector General based on their conduct. So and breaking protocol, as you can see on the memo. So I just want to thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Have a good day, sir.
At the time this video was edited, there have been no lawsuits or complaints filed, but they are coming soon.
Catch me outside, how about that?